check. I get wins, no days off. I don't stop.
It's LT, host with the Holy Ghost. No op, demon, and devil coming close. To get your popcorn, get your screen recorder, get your notes out. We're going to get into this quick word before my man from Hollywood come in, Jay Wasinski. He's going to be telling some industry truth secrets and just revealing some things from experience with record labels, with certain artists like Jay-Z, certain bosses like Suge Knight. He's in, hold his head. He locked up, incarcerated, but he's telling a lot of truth on that podcast.
For a number of reasons. But obviously Dr. Dre had left Ruthless and started a company which eventually became Death Row. And Suge was his partner, but it was really Dre's label. A lot of people think that was Suge's label. No, Dre started the label. He had the hits coming off of Ruthless. Produced hits with Michelet, the DOC, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, NWA. But obviously he wanted to control his own destiny. But it went to Suge's head, the greed and the power overcame him, and Dre eventually wanted to, leave that label and start a new one. That was Aftermath. And even though it took a minute, they came out with Eminem and then 50 Cent, and the rest was history. Now, Dre and Snoop are about to release the new album, Missionary.
Let me ask about that transition from Death Row to Aftermath. Now, is it true that, or if you know that, did Dre not get anything from that? Did Suge and Death Row retain the masters, and did Dre just get those back legally, or do you know about that?
Well, Dre was so confident and so fed up, he said, keep it all. I'm leaving. He never had a contract for the Chronic. And years later, his attorneys recovered that album where he controls that album now. But at the time, Suge didn't really know the business. It was all kind of hand them out. And at the time, Dre just wanted to produce great artists. And obviously he did out of the gate with the Chronic, launching the careers of Snoop Dogg,
Classic,
Corrupt, Daz, RBX, Lady of Rage, DOC, Nate Dogg, everybody. Recorded right here on Cahuenga Boulevard, at what was the Solar Records building, the R&B label that had launched the Whispers and Shalimar and Dynasty and Climax, and they had even started the careers of LA and Babyface, who came from Indiana in a band called The Deal, Deele. So I was in the trenches with all those parties. I was the go-to promotion guy and easy to work with. A lot of times I would jump on the project and worry about getting paid in a minute. That's how confident I was in my abilities. So it really was at the right place at the right time. And I saw a lot of good moves, and I saw people make bad moves. And I've studied and archived and spoken at all these hundreds of conferences since in what I've seen. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have an ego. I don't think I know it all. I just have a super passion. You can equate it to the sports business or the military or anything, where you have an incredible work ethic. You have a very perceptive mind and leadership traits, and you bring in people that know more about other areas than you do to make a strong team. If everybody does the same thing, that's not a strong organization. But if you bring in the key people that fill in the gaps from beyond what you're an expert or good at, that makes a good balanced organization. So I've seen many successes.
Let me ask about that, because that's very important too. And a lot of people love, that stage of hip hop in the 90s, and, with the big time budgets and the labels and the big time videos. Tupac. What two things on that? Was it true that Suge Knight used his own money to bail Tupac out of jail, to sign him to death row, if you know of that? And two, did you think Tupac was ahead of his time and that they shut him down in the industry, or was that something else? Just two-part question.
Well,
Who the best rapper? I'm hearing rappers who fabricate, and he the best rapper. He just the actor that's agitated. Who the best rapper? Never talk it, just demonstrate it. He the best rapper. If clear capping is how we gauge it. I'm from